All right, greetings everyone. This is Bomani Tayamba, your tour organizer and tour leader for your upcoming Ghana journey for November 2017. Today's date is October 15, 2017, and our conference call duration is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 or 8:30. So it is a beautiful Sunday, and we are 5 weeks closer to our upcoming Ghana, Togo, and Benin journey of a lifetime for November 17 to December 1st, and our return December 2nd. So over the last few months, we have went through all of the details on the website, information on Facebook, on YouTube, and just general preparation. Tonight, based on the email, looking to just go through our flight itinerary on Delta KLM and go to our departure minor list and have a flight schedule option list. Talks about for those who are open to going outside of Amsterdam. All right, so everyone, the main thing we're going to start with is airline tickets. So on my list here, all of our airline tickets are cleared, 35 through Delta Group Booking and 3 to website booking, and a few other people are getting tickets on their own. So we are 41 strong. The number goes up and down as a few people wasn't able to make the journey, but a few people came and replaced them, and a few more people. So we're at max on the tour itself as far as going to Ghana. And so we're looking at a full bus load. So for those who can, the main issue is always with the bags. So if you don't have to carry a lot of luggage, you can, I would just recommend cut back. If you can do one, that's definitely ideal, because you'll purchase things and then you can bring another bag back. So just want everybody to think about the baggage. That's the only thing that we may have a little issues with, but I got a few game plans for baggage. The main one is for us to just organize our stuff in minimal bags. That way, even if we're going to do the 250-pound check-in bags, organize it in a way where it's a bag where we can work, work in the bus. So nevertheless, we're going to do our best, and I got Brother Ron that's also going to be leading the journey with me. We're going to be working out these game plans, especially when we go to different hotels. Like the only location we're going to have different hotels is in Elmina. So just give you an overview of the logistics of it. So both airlines, you're allowed 2 50-pound check bags, and then one carry-on plus a personal item, like a 20-inch roll-on carry-on, and like a laptop bag or a purse or a backpack. And so beyond that, if you look to purchase an additional bag, it's $200, and baggage limitation is $50. But if you go up to 70, they charge extra $100. And these are also things that I have on the preparation and departure list. So that's the key things as you begin to focus on what to pack and what not to pack. Use that list as an element of just having ideas, so make sure you have everything that you need. That way, when you're in the country, you can just focus on enjoying your journey versus having to go out to the mall and pick things up. So nevertheless, and if you just want to purchase more things there, just I would just say just work with trying to put more things in your bag that you're open to get rid of or trade or barter. Those are other options that you have. But nevertheless, it's a lot of us, and a lot of us are going to be shopping. So we're going to just keep working it to where or we can maintain a handle bags, especially since we're in and out of hotels every 2 to 3 days. Okay. All right. And beyond that, once you get to your departure airport, make sure your bags, your check bags show your departure city to ACC Accra. All of our bags are going to go straight. If you're looking to step out of Amsterdam, make sure that you have everything that you need when you step out in your carry-on bags. That way, because you won't have access to your check bags once you check it in your first airport. Yeah, so just want to go over a few quick things on that. Everyone has sent a Delta Airlines group booking, and before that I sent out flight itineraries. The original flight itineraries that I sent out, those were KLM flight booking numbers, and at one point we'll be able to use the Delta Airlines one for both KLM and Delta Airlines, but it turned out that it didn't work out. So most people I've talked with, I've sent, you're gonna email with me that shows both your Delta and your KLM flight booking number. So if you don't see all your flight segments on delta.com, you'll see all of it on klm.com. And if you can't access klm.com for some reason, or if you don't have the right confirmation number, just send me an email and I'll just reply back quick with the correct one after I just verify that it works and get it to you. Yeah. All right, so unfortunately they don't have their system to where it works to where it shows all flights on both systems. But those are the combination of flights we're going to be taking, Delta and KLM. All of the flight segments from Amsterdam to Accra and back are all on KLM, and then from the other routes are a combination of KLM and Delta Airlines. And so the main thing that you have is a confirmation. So the confirmation, it tells you to go to delta.com and click on My Trips. And I'm going to just log in myself, and I'm going to go through a few other things, and then we're going to go to klm.com. Perfect. So I entered my first and my last name and my Delta Airlines confirmation number, and then that opens up my booking. And once you open it up, you'll see it'll say mine is showing Atlanta to Accra. So wherever your departure is, it should say that departure to ACC, Friday, November the 17th. Right, as you move on down. We have a situation where the European Airlines, KLM, and Air France, and a few others, they don't give you a seat number until about 24 hours before the flight. What they do, unfortunately, they sell priority seating to where anyone can pick whatever seat based on them paying a certain surcharge. So if anyone that's open to that, that's how you get your KLM seats. Myself, I never do that. I always just wait and get this, and then just request whatever seat I want when it opens up towards the end. It's just one of their policies, unfortunately, but that's a way they make extra money. So I'm not going to participate in this, making them any richer. But this one is shared out with everyone. Just like right now, everyone. You're able to upgrade if you want to upgrade to business class, first class. If you want to upgrade to economy comfort, you just have to do the process and then just put in your card number. All of the tickets are fully paid for and all cleared with all of the updates and changes as we went through the process of going through that via phone and communicating to make sure everything is clear on everybody's route. But if you still see something that's incorrect, definitely just reach out to me as soon as possible. That way I can reach back out to group booking and persuade them to change it without giving me a bunch of drama. Once tickets are issued, it's just you go to a lot trying to get anything changed. But nevertheless, if something is wrong, I definitely need to know sooner than later. That way we can take care of it. So all of your routes are going to show Atlanta to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Accra, or wherever your departure city is. And some people, you're going to have either 4 flights, some are going to have 5 flights, some people are going to have 6 flights. No one should have any more than 6 flights and no less than 4, unless you are Ron No, Ron, you have the same amount of flights. We have four flights, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Greetings, Ron. How are you?
Greetings. I'm fine, brother. Yeah. Greetings to the rest of the family. Yes, I'm flying out of South Florida, so.
And you're going to JFK, so you have this. Yes.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I have some setting up to do when I get there. I may show up a day before you get there, Bomani.
All right, cool, excellent. That'll work, so you can connect with the crew. So
I have to be there with Brother Righteous.
Perfect. That will work. And you see the sequence of what I'm looking through, right? Just want everybody just to basically check to make sure that the flight route and everything shows what it should show. Like right now, I'm at the part where, we leave from the U.S. and we get to Amsterdam. So it will say Saturday, November the 18th, and it will show a long layover. Most of our flights are going to get in between 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So for those who feel that are open to going out to Amsterdam, downtown for maybe 2 hours, it's something that's not a part of the journey or the tour. You're on your own. So just make sure that if you do leave, you get back in time. The flight leaves at 2:25, so the meet and greet is at 12:30. So just make sure that you leave around, make sure you leave in enough time to get back. But the process of what you do is, once you leave outside of the secure area of the airport, when you exit your flight and you go down to passport control, you're going to ask for directions to point you to the lockers where you can put your things in the locker. And they go for anywhere from the big lockers, so they can fit things for a group of 4 to 8 people, based on what size you pick. Go from anywhere to, I want to say 10 to 15 euros. And then, and that's, on the downstairs level. Once you go back upstairs, you'll see the train, and you can purchase a ticket for 950 euros, and that's a round trip. And it takes about 20 minutes to go down to central Amsterdam. Once you get down there, there's shops, there's lunch, there's things that you can, I guess, hang out and get some fresh air for about 2 hours or so. So that's on the part of the email on the attachment. That's a flight schedule options. So that will talk about, some part of the email is kind of late. It was just offering people options if they didn't want to go to Amsterdam and they wanted to do a direct flight. We just had to let you know that you're going to get there 12 hours early, but you may have to leave also 12 hours early when you're departing. So you'll miss out on part of the free day. But nevertheless, the main thing on that is the process of what you can do when you get to Amsterdam if you don't want to stay in the airport for the full layover. For those that travel with me from Atlanta, if you want to follow me, it is absolutely fine. You can follow me. I'll do my best to explain anything and share any information. And then, once we get out, we can just agree on a meet-up point on the return. But if someone want to leave before or come out before, or someone want to risk it and stay longer, that's up to them. So just want to really just let everyone know that you're on your own in that aspect, because it's not a part of the quote-unquote tour. But try my best to just give information for those who have that interest, based on us going out the last 2 or 3 times to central Amsterdam for a few hours. Brother Ron, anything you want to share about the flight schedule?
Yes, what you're covering right now to Amsterdam, I just want to probably have you reiterate, is there, because I'm not sure if I remember, I'm sure you covered it before, is there a visa or any cost to enter into Amsterdam, or just a visa, or is it free?
No, a good question. If you're a U.S. citizen, you're fine. If you're a citizen from another country, or you have a passport that's not a U.S. passport, then you may need a transit visa. But it's one of those situations that the flight is not more than 12 hours, you don't. But if you do step outside the secure airport area, then they're going to check your passport to make sure that you have a visa. If you're not a part of the no visa part of the no visa country. So all of us are absolutely fine. All of us have a U.S. passport, so we're clear for Amsterdam and I want to say most or all European countries. whenever we do any kind of connection flights.
Sounds good.
Excellent. And on our booking, when you go to the very bottom, you see your name. I have a party to myself and my son, Bomani, and we have our Sky Miles number in there. So you can put your Sky Miles number if you have one. If not, you can navigate to the top of the actual website, and you can click on the link and access Sky Miles sign up. So that's just something completely open for individuals if that's what you're open to. So I just want to give a reminder of that if anyone want to get credit for their flight. When you go down to the very bottom, what you see is special meals and a few other special features, including wheelchairs. If you need to request one, you would definitely want to do those things ahead of time. Right. And I'm going to go down just a little bit more, and you have a trip protection option if you want to add trip protection to your package. That's below the special meals. But I'll back up to the special meals. I'm going to click on OK. And for those who don't eat the standard diet, you can click and then just add any list of different meals on the drop-down menu. They basically have all types of meals since it's an international airline and they cater to all different types of diet. So myself, I usually pick non-dairy vegetarian, simple, and just like a click, and you just click on confirm. And you definitely want to do this at least 2 days before the flight. So situation where you can do it now and save you time from anything. So that is confirm. Your booking is also going to have options for you to add emergency contact, change to your email and your phone number to get any alerts. And you can also download the Delta app and use it as a way to sign in and check in for your flights. So definitely, make sure you log in, check these things, and make sure everything looks good. And then it gives you a nice little countdown on the dates as far as our departure. Like right now, it shows 33 days from departure. All right, perfect. So let me move to the next site. That's klm.com, and that's going to require a different confirmation number. What you do is you click on My Trip, and then you click and log in with my booking code. So you just have to enter your booking code and your last name. I'm using the confirmation number from the flight itinerary, the original one, and that's the KLM booking number. And for those who are missing a leg on the Delta.com login, you'll see your full flight details there. So those are 2 ways to log in and access your flight, and the same things you can do on Delta, you can do on KLM. You can add meals, you can add your seats, and so on. Right? So perfect. So what I want to do is just open up any questions on the flight booking. So anyone, if you have any questions, just press *6 to unmute yourself. Greetings, Ron. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also everyone, *6 to unmute yourself. So it sounds like everybody is clear on their flight booking. Nobody have any questions. So perfect. So we'll move forward on the next thing. All right, greetings, Ron. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself and what you're going to be there in Ghana with us doing?
Yes, my name is Ron Ahmed Bizzle. I reside in the state of Florida, California, and Senegal, West Africa. I travel between the three. I've been, this is my 3rd tour with Bomani Tayumba, and for Africa for the Africans. And I'll be assisting Bomani on this tour, dealing with logistics and just overall micromanaging situation. Also, I'll be most likely probably doing some other whatever arise, troubleshooting if things happens. But yeah, I've been traveling pretty much my whole entire life, and I travel quite a bit. At least every other month, I'm in the air or on the road somewhere. But and I enjoy doing it. But I'll be looking forward to meet you all. I wish there was more on the conference call so they can really give us their input or have questions. Because if not, if you know anyone that didn't make the call, you might want to let them know to make sure they go to the website and make sure they look at the preparations of those things so you don't get caught off guard. Everything's on that website that helps you prepare for the journey. It's a good website to follow all the preparations from packing to pre-travel. Once we get to the destination, you have the tour guide books that's during the journey. You might want to, when we're on the bus, you might want to, you have any free time, you can read up on some of the different things that, was about to attempt to the journey. So we won't be, so lost. Because most of the people, I would think that they have never been to Ghana. So if you've never been there, we don't want you to be over, just, their eyes are wide open, but you want to be relaxed and take everything in and enjoy everything. But hopefully I'll meet you soon, and it's going to come up fast. These next 4 to 5 weeks is going to move by real quick. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask for Money and I right now or in the next conference call so we can take care of a situation regarding visas or whatever. But look forward to meeting you all. All right. I yield.
All right, thanks, Brother Ron, for your introduction. It's another wonderful journey. Last time you journeyed with us was October 2015. Right there, we went up to Nunet, Benue Village for the first time. So that was a classic journey, and look to do another one. So everyone, that's our flight schedule. So what I want to move into, Ron, is that departure reminder list that you and I have worked on over the years to perfect our preparation.
The preparation.
All right, cool. So I'm going to go through 1 through 30. 1, all of the Ghana, Togo, and Benin November 2017 documentation can be found on the website link from the main menu. And once you click on the link, you'll see all 100% of the tour preparation detail and the same information that we have processed through. 2, gratuities. Prior to departure, Africa for Africans will collect tips for hospitality services that will be provided in Ghana. This amount is based off the number of confirmed tour participants. This will serve as a separate charge for the tour and will be collected on the departure date upon arrival at Atlanta or Amsterdam airport. Total per person is $50 US. So bring a big fat $50 US bill. Just like make sure you bring big bills because you get a better rate of exchange. This will allow us to expedite service. You can give additional tips to anyone who gives you great services or whoever you choose. This is basic tips for all Africa for Africans Ghana staff, including drivers, guides at all sites, hotel staff, and entertainment at One Africa Resort. All other services that may be provided is based on your interest of tipping. Number 3, when you visit, do not come with a romanticized notion about Ghana/Africa, or you'll be disappointed and unnecessarily frustrated. Come with open eyes and an open mind, knowing that Ghana is a developing nation. There's much to do, and we can be a positive contributory part of it. Keep in mind that Ghana/Africa is not America or Europe, nor do we want it to be. We're Mother Africa children returning home, and we want to be a part of Mother Africa growth and development. And number 4 is what we talk about, the Delta Airlines e-ticket and access on delta.com. Number 5, make sure you secure your personal documents, including passport, tickets, etc. Scan a copy of these documents, save on your email, and leave a copy with family. Yeah. So those are the first 5 things on the list that. So want to open up and want to see if anyone have any questions about anything that I've just talked about.
I Jen?
Greetings. Can you repeat your name and where you're calling from?
Hi there. This is Joan Brown from Stone Mountain, Georgia. I came in about 15 minutes late, and I apologize for that. I wanted to know if there is a different booking code for KLM, or do I use the same booking code?
It's a different one. Does all of your flights show up on Delta.com?
Yes, except when I attempted to contact KLM through Delta, it said that it was not accessible that way.
If all of your flights are accessible through Delta.com, then you just use that access. You can change your seats. Only seats you're not going to be able to change is the KLM Amsterdam route. But everything else you can do on Delta.com. And a day before you depart, it should open up to give you access to change your seat. If not, they'll give you a seat at the airport.
Okay, I've done that. I just wasn't able to make a choice for the KLM, so I guess it's just not available yet.
Yeah, the seats. You can't access your seats until 24 hours. But beyond that, if you're able to access all of your flights on Delta.com, then we didn't send you a KLM booking code. We just send those to those who were missing like 1 or 2 segments of their flight route, and then they wanted to be clear that all of the routes were booked and it wasn't a one-way ticket and things like that. So so excellent. So it sounds like you're good to go.
Okay, I think so. And you did say that when I go on, I could look on the bottom for menu choices. I go again.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you log into the Delta.com system, you go down to the very bottom of the booking, and then it will give you access to for meals, wheelchair, special services at the very bottom. And then another thing at the very bottom is trip protection.
Okay, right. Okay, I did hear that part. And so this is in addition to the information we sent to you earlier regarding dietary needs.
No, any meals you sent to me is in reference to booking accommodations in Ghana.
I got it.
Yeah, so the meals and the flights are different, but the good thing about it, every individual get access to choose any meal that they desire.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
Absolutely, you're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? And if you if you have questions and you can't come up with them right away, just jot them down. Every several lines of preparation and open the call up. So if nobody else have any more questions, we're going to continue.
Hi, Bomani. This is Shanna. I have a question, or actually really an ask. Since Karan and I are the only ones coming from the Bay Area, and I believe there's 4 others coming from California that's probably going to be on the Seattle flight with us, is there a possibility of just getting someone as a contact so we'll all know that we're on the same flight going to Amsterdam?
And what I have set up is that Jennifer White in San Diego, she's going to communicate with yourself and the other parties that are traveling with her in San Diego. All 6 of you are going to leave from Seattle on KLM directly to Amsterdam.
Okay. So they will be on that flight that we had changed to? Because Karan and I will be there actually about 5 hours before.
Yes, I think last Jennifer told me hers was 3 hours.
Okay.
So as soon as so you can set up to where as soon as both parties get to Seattle, you can just send each other WhatsApp messages and then meet up and connect.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Excellent, absolutely. All right, anybody else have any questions before we move to the next segment?
Brother Bomani?
Greetings, go ahead.
Greetings, Keisha again in South Florida. I think I missed earlier when you were explaining about the luggages that we're allowed to carry because, as you know, I'm planning to bring school supplies, and someone's already contributed like backpacks with supplies. So I wanted to make sure I understood clearly that we are able to bring 2 50-pound luggages.
Yes, sir, that's correct. And if you want to purchase another bag, it's $200 for additional luggage.
Oh, okay. So 2 50-pound, and then you can have a carry-on.
You can have two. You can have your 2 carry-on, and then your 2 check-in. But I'm also saying to you, if you say you had a lot of school supplies, so saying that one option, that's the option sometimes I have to use. I have to just purchase additional additional 50-pound bag, and then just make it my 3rd check-in bag. And
okay, I see what you're saying.
And Bomani, on that luggage. Yes,
go ahead, Ron.
Yes, on that luggage, if you're carrying 2 pieces and one bag is full of the gifts and things, supplies, when it empties out, you can use that to return with your own purchase items. It's just a point for reference.
All right, we're going to move on to the next segment of things that we have. Number 7, arrive to the airport 2 to 3 hours to give yourself enough time to check in and go through security and get on the flight. Based on the flight run that I set up, in case of an emergency and something doesn't work out and you miss your flight, or whatever the situation is, just go to the Delta counter and they'll do the best to route you. If you got to get to, if you have to, you have to get there, a few hours after us or the next day or so, that's absolutely fine. This, it's one of those things where you can always just communicate with me via email, and you'll have a list. You have the hotel details based on the itinerary, so you can always communicate with them, let them know that you're coming in late, and because we're going to be flying, so we won't be able to really communicate. But another thing I've set up is to where, since we're leaving since all of our flights are leaving in the evening, it's set up to where you'll be able to get to, you have that long layover, and that's the catch, to where Delta can make enough arrangements and adjustments for you to where you get there towards the later part of the layover and you'll still make the flight. But beyond that, just do your best to just be on schedule and be ahead of time, be prepared. And situations do happen, so do your best to just communicate with myself. I'm on standby, until we all get back. All right. So number 8 is what we just talked about a little while ago, is check bags. 2 check bags, each is 50-pound limit per bag. Make sure that your bags are secure with locks and name tags. Verify all label of bag direct from ACC to Ghana. Put your bag receipt with your passport and your ticket. Delta charges $100 for overweight bags from 51 to 70 pounds. And $200 for additional check bags. No bags are allowed over 70 pounds. So that's quote-unquote what I have as far as our update based on our preparation and departure list. So for everyone, if you need to remember everything, this list is going to remind you of all those things, because me and Ron have gone over this list, and we just do our best to update it over the years. Number 9, carry-on bags. You may carry 1 bag and 1 personal item at no charge. Please note that all items must easily fit in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. 10, when packing luggage, remember that less is better. You will want to purchase clothing and artifacts to bring back. So that's that reminder telling you that try to pack as much things as you're going to get rid of, and then less as possible, so to accommodate everything that you're looking to bring back. Number 11, bring a set of whites / red, black, green, and gold clothing to pay homage to our ancestors. So this is on the 2 days while we are, the first day when we're leaving from Kumasi and heading to Cape Coast, Elmina, to stop at Asin Manso. That's Ancestor Day 1. And then while we're there at One Africa, the second day when we go to the dungeons, we wear all white. So that's the meaning of the colors and everything. All right. A few people open Keisha, go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. I was one day we're wearing all white, and then another day you're wearing red, black, green, and gold all together, or is that separate days?
2 separate days. One day the day when we leave in Kumasi, we're wearing red, black, green, and gold. Any combination, any individual color, or if you want to wear something different from that, you can just wear something different.
Okay.
In harmony we're moving with. And then the day when we go into the Holocaust dungeons, we're wearing all white. So we're in Cape Coast, Elmina, for 3 days. So the actual third day, when we're there, we're going to be going to the Holocaust dungeons. And that same day, we do our naming ceremony.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. You're welcome. And number 12, bring any school supplies you can donate to the children in Ghana. This includes books, bags, papers, pencils, calculators, clothing. We're also collecting black dolls, babies for the children at the school, the orphanage, and also at One Africa. So some of the schools / orphanage and places that we have is in Elmina, we have One Africa resort for the children there, and also Coma Academy. Then we have Trinity Foundation in Tutu up in the mountains. And then we do have another location. Since we changed our route, it's hard to accommodate them. So right now, those are the main 2 that we have on our routing for this tour. And then when we get to Benin in Ouida, we have a school that we went to the first time in 2009, and look to just connect with them and just pass through and just get a nice tour of the school and connect with the students. So we have the school supplies are for the 3 to 4 schools that we would visit during the journey, and it's up to the individual. You can give financial donation as much as you want when we collect financial donation at the site, or you can bring as much school supplies as possible, and then our tour guide will split them up for the different schools. 14, bring any necessary medicine that you need. If you feel like you need some cough medicine, diarrhea medicine, or anything, just bring anything that you feel like you might need on a 2-week journey when you go into multiple countries, in and out, up and down, and you're flying through different time zones. 15, camera / camcorder, bring extra film or memory card and recharger batteries. If you have electronics, bring a converter, foreign adapters, and extension cord. One of the things I'm always recommending is bring a universal adapter and a universal extension cord, and that would accommodate all of your necessary connections for your electronics. 16, travel iron, alarm clock, plastic bags, compact umbrella, waterproof poncho, and other convenient accessories. And these are just items that we just recommend, and if you think you may need it. The travel iron is great because you just plug up your iron in the morning, iron your clothes, and you're ready to go. You don't have to worry about looking to get an iron from reception and so on. So these are the convenient things that that you may want to think about bringing. 17, mosquito spray or repellent or citronella oil, which is an excellent insect repellent. Avoid wearing scented lotion or oils. Mosquitoes like sweet scent. Note most of these sprays have dangerous chemicals, so do your research for the safest thing. 18, calculator for basic things like currency exchange. Ghana CD exchange rate is 1 to 4. It may be just a little bit over that, but just giving you the base rate. Ghana CD, bring big bills, 50 to 100, to get the best exchange rate for your money. So that's another thing also we just basically explaining to everybody that you bring small bills, they're going to give you less money for it. So that's the best way to get your rate of exchange. So during the tour, we're going to have someone to exchange money, and our tour guide will share a few locations while we are traveling. So that will be no issue. Once you get to the country, we'll be able to just get you connected with getting your money exchanged. 19, bring as much cash as you think you need, $400 to $800. That's just basic recommendation for your meals and for basic shopping. Bring a Visa card to access the ATM. MasterCards, not recommended, but they do accept MasterCards. It's just there's a limited amount of machines that accept them. Where we at in Accra, the mall, you'll find many machines that accept them. Right? But make sure that your bank knows that you're traveling. Put a travel note, so in case you need to use your card, you don't have to worry about calling an international number and having having to get your card unlocked. It may work the first time when you try to withdraw some money from ATM machine or swipe your card for a purchase, but after that it may freeze. So just give a heads up on that one. And with that, what I want to do is open things up for questions based on the last several things that I spoke about, or the first 1 to 19 things from the preparation and departure list that was emailed to everyone, but is also accessible on the tour link. Go ahead.
Vamani, this is Brent from Detroit.
Greetings, Brent. How are you?
Well, I want to ask you about two things. The visa, I was going to charge items. Do they readily accept charge purchases at, major places?
Yes, Ghana is a cash nation. What I recommend you just bring U.S. dollars and exchange them. You may be in a certain situation where you can use your card. When I was in Brazil, that was the world that they lived in. And Ghana is just cash. So I don't want anyone to set themselves up, but not saying that it's a primitive country and no one accepts cards. People do accept cards. You're just going to be very limited, especially when you go into villages and you want to buy a bunch of certain things. More than likely.
I thought this was going to be in like a mall or a major shopping area. We can't use our credit card, or that's not.
If you go to the mall, you have more options if you go to the mall. But every single shopping route on our tour is basically culture centers and cultural villages that sell items. So just want to give you a heads up on that. But the malls that you have access to, the two in Accra and the one in Kumasi, they'll take the card.
Okay, now, what about if we have Ghana money at the end of the tour? I may want to keep a small amount for a souvenir, but how do we exchange it back to U.S. funds? Do we do it back when we get here, or how does that work?
No, you don't exchange the money. Whatever money you have, you just give it over to us.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
That's right.
You'll give me an exchange.
I'll give you a nice hug and tell you.
I'm not talking about thank you. I'm not talking about thank you.
I'll give you a nice hug and tell you I love you. Thank you for your donation to the revolution.
No, honesty.
The money exchanger, he'll exchange it back for a decent rate before you leave. He'll be there on the date of departure before the bus leave for the airport.
Okay, and also I have been doing a lot of research about the mosquito issue, and I was recommended to get spray that you spray the actual spray on your clothes. Have you had any experience with that with any of your travelers, or do you have any personal experience with actually spraying this particular product on your clothes that you're going to bring, like a day or two before, or something like that? I forget what the time span is.
Yeah, I never processed that. Brother Ron, how do you feel about that, or do you have any?
Buying something that you spray on your clothes, just make sure you check the elements that's in the spray. Other than that, if you put it directly on yourself, I would recommend that you use something that was natural. That's why I always recommend burnt bees. But if you're buying some repellent that goes onto your clothes, just have to do your homework. I don't use that type of item at all, but you may have something that's new out on the market, and it may work to repel. So you definitely want to have something on hand in case you run into the situation of mosquitoes. So
appreciate you.
Just make sure you do your homework on the product. But one thing, if you're saying a spray, be careful about the sprays, because if it's a big bottle, they frown on aerosols in your packed luggage. So be careful.
What do you say?
Aerosol. If it's an aerosol, if it's a pump, it's fine if you bring it. But if it's an aerosol can, aerosols are frowned upon. in your check, even in your check luggage, an aerosol can. But if it's a pump spray, then you're good to go in your check luggage.
Excellent, Ron. Appreciate you. Brent, do you have any questions on that?
Well, actually, I spoke to a friend of mine who went to South Africa last year, and she just told me that she purchased this item that you just spray on the clothes, and I know it lasts for a certain number of washings, and I've never used that. I did buy some last year when I went to Alaska, but I took it back because I didn't use it because they claimed there were bad mosquitoes in Alaska. I didn't see any mosquitoes, and I just returned the product. So my question was, with your travels to Ghana, do you have any experience or any knowledge of anyone using this product? I've already done research because I did research even before I thought I was going to this Ghana trip. This is when I went to Alaska over a year ago, and I had read about that.
So
but
you have more.
Alaska, you're not going to worry about getting, a disease like you would going to Ghana.
Well, you probably have more education than I did. If you used it before and did your education.
I didn't use it. No, I did not use it. I purchased it, but I didn't use it. And a friend of mine recommended me who went to South Africa, but of course that's a different part of the continent. And she said, well, make sure you get this stuff that you spray on. So my question was, do you guys have any experience with your travels to Ghana that anyone, maybe you didn't use it, but anyone on the trip mentioned using this product? And I don't want to, belabor the conversation, but that was just my knowledge. That was just my question.
No. No is
okay.
the answer.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But like I say, if someone's used it and if there's a product out there, I don't know everything. So if there's a product out there that works, you can try it out. You would know that better than I would because it's my first time hearing of it. But it makes sense, though. It does make sense.
Excellent. I appreciate you, sister. I have no knowledge of it, unfortunately. But prevention is better than cure. So that sounds like a good idea. Anything that's going to make you feel a peace of mind, I would recommend doing it, especially for the first time. Myself, I'm, me and Ron, we just, us going to West Africa is kind of like walking back and forth across the street. So you tend to not take malaria pills and do a bunch of things, but first-time travelers definitely highly recommend to do anything that gives you a peace of mind because we don't want you to have a nervous wreck when you get there. Whatever situations happen, we fix and we have options to take care of anything. So everyone is good to go. We have your back, and that's why you are on a journey with a group of us that have a full staff. So anything goes wrong, we can accommodate and make sure you're good. We had one other person out. I actually muted a little while ago. I'm going to unmute you. Amina Naeem. Your line is
yes.
unmuted. Greetings. What's your,
greetings.
Go ahead with your question.
No, I didn't have any questions. Well, I do have one question because I've been a little bit frustrated with the visa process.
Right.
And I don't know if it was something that I was doing, but like I said, I was a little bit frustrated. And it's taken a while. When I had spoken to you and I asked you what I should do about applying for the visas, I started right away. The visa from Ghana came back. Excuse me. They processed it the same day that they got it. And there was a problem of UPS returning it. And it took about 2.5 weeks for me to get it, to get my passport back. And then the day after I had gotten it back, I sent out the application for the visa to Togo. That was in September. And I just got that back on Friday. It just seems like it's a long time.
Cool, you're almost there. One more to go, and that's why you want to give yourself.
Well, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't finish explain. When I got it back on Friday, I already had all the paperwork to send out for the visa to Benin, so I sent that out. I went back to UPS Friday afternoon and sent that out. It's just I don't know, is anyone else experienced this, or is this something unique?
Bomani, can I speak on that?
Sure, go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing fine. It's always a little, you're going to get a little, when you're dealing with travel and travel documents, it's always you get the hair up on you a little bit. But you're doing fine. What happens is I did exactly the same process that you're doing, exactly the same way. As soon as I get the passport back with the visa stamp in it, I send it back the same day. I use UPS also. I buy the envelope there. I buy a return back at the UPS store, and you put it inside in one envelope. And the visa, the consulate, and the embassy, they know the routine. And sometimes I get a visa back in 1 week. My Togo, I sent it on a Tuesday. They sent it back on a Friday. So sometimes it might take 2 weeks. You have to allow them up to like over about 5 or 6 weeks. But I know Benin is. If you call Benin up, they'll tell you it takes 10 business days. That's what they'll tell you to call them.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I was just getting a little bit apprehensive, but I'm okay now.
Yeah, they stack up those visas, but believe me, at Togo, Benin, there's not a billion people putting in for them. Those are very small countries, but you just have to go through the processing period and it just takes patience when you're dealing with these type of things. But you're doing fine. You still just have one more visa left, right?
Yes, I sent that out on Friday.
Right.
So
I did.
I got the one from Togo. I'm sorry. I got the one from Togo Friday morning, and I sent the one out to Benin on Friday afternoon.
I did the same thing, just like you.
Okay.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, sister.
Excellent, Ron. I appreciate you. And family, does anybody have any questions about visas or anything else that we've talked about just in general?
Hi, Bomani. It's Shanna. I just wanted to ask something about the visa. I spoke to the Togo consulate earlier this week. The person I spoke with said that it takes 10 business days, not calendar days. And so she was saying to look at it that way, and then whatever amount of time it takes for your return. For the sending and the return, I actually used the Postal Service, so I didn't use like FedEx or UPS. It was a little easier for me to track. It's probably cheaper if you do it that way. So if someone's still waiting to do their visa, I would recommend doing the post office because it may be a little cheaper. And I know for Ghana it was faster because we talked about this before. Benin, I know the person told me within 72 hours. So I believe Togo is the one that tends to take longer based on what the person was telling me.
Yeah, United States Postal Service is a good way to go economically, and they will give you a tracking number. You can use priority mail. They'll still give you a tracking passport, or you can use Express.
I believe both of them are priority, so they have to give you a tracking. I think it was like 6-something for both. So that's the comfort there. Yeah.
The priority,
you're paying $10 or something.
Right. The Priority Express is just a little bit more. It's faster. It's like a 2-day service, 1 to 2. And then the Priority Mail, I've used that also. I use that on my Ghana. I did FedEx there, and I did the Priority back, and I tracked it back. So it's very inexpensive use the U.S. Postal envelope. And so you're correct on that, sister. It's the price difference is quite a bit different.
And they've gotten better. So, but one thing I just wanted to add, I'm probably going to ask my credit union boss this. Most people in the U.S., their cards are starting to go to the chip. I don't know if that's an issue using internationally because it's still a new thing for a lot of people. So just a FYI, if you have a chip, you may want to double check with your bank or credit union if it can be used, meaning someone's terminal, and you're not going to have a problem with it.
Over in the continent, they're using they went to chips just as fast as we did because they really have to watch the security thing. But the chips are there. So,
okay, great.
Right. because I've used them in the past years ago, and if I didn't have a chip, the machine wouldn't work.
Yeah, we're having that here where sometimes you can't do either or. If you have a chip on it, you can only put it in as a chip.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Good info, sister.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Brother Bomani?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, with regards to the visa, because I did my Ghana and I'm waiting for Benin to return mine. I think I heard the brother say it takes about 10 business days for Benin to return.
I can tell you my experience with the visas. Ghana takes 7 to 10 days in general. Benin, 5 days in general, and Togo 10 days, not 10 business days, 10 days. And those are the all my visas took all the times I've sent them out.
So, because Togo, they indicated that they need proof that you did the yellow fever shot.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you either have to put a copy of your yellow fever card to send to Benin, not Togo, and you have to and you have to. It's a copy of the original or the original, either or. Just up to you. I send my original, and they sent it back.
Okay.
And what happened, Bomani, is I said if you call up the Benin embassy, they'll tell you 10 business days. They're not going to tell you 4 or 5, but it's a quick turnaround, just like Togo. Togo only took me a week to get my visa back, but they're not going to tell you a week. They're not going to tell you in person, verbally that. They're not going to hang themselves. So actually, it's been faster for me. I'll have all 3 of my visas within 30 days. So that's pretty good timing.
Absolutely. We just had the last person on the journey send out their first of 3 visas yesterday. So I'm working with the game plan to get them done back to back to back. So the estimated time is 25 days, and we have 30-something days. So should be good to go.
Well, they can expedite it. It's going to cost money, but if you use a service, they have contracts, and they can get a visa, 1 or 2 days. So I'm not sure if they get down to the time frame of that, but you can use a service also if you need it right away. It's going to cost you $100.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody have different options, and some people live in the area where they can drive, drop one visa off, pick it up, and go to the next one, and so on and so on. But nevertheless, anything that anyone have to do at this moment, definitely do it so we can make sure you are good. But the main thing is everybody needs to make sure they have a Ghana visa, or you won't be able to get on the flight because the Ghana visa gets checked unless something changed up recently. But beyond that, anybody who have any emergency that they have to talk to me about, any Togo or Benin visa or something, just call me directly and we can talk about it. And that's what I do. I come up with game plans to make it work out. So beyond that, let me proceed to the next set of things. 20. The weather's going to be in the low 70s to the mid 80s, kind of like your tropical Caribbean countries. Bring light clothing, sandals, shorts, walking shoes, sundress, tank tops, swimwear for the beach, the pool, casual/African clothing for certain nightlife, and evening event like business and networking conference, welcome and farewell dinner. 21, no photo taken allowed at airports, state office buildings, and other government facilities. Your film will be confiscated and you could be arrested. 22, after tour does not offer travel insurance, but it can be purchased from an independent insurer. Passport Health is one of the companies that have locations in different parts of the United States that offer travel and health services. Few of our group members from the Atlanta area have used their services. So PassportHealthUSA.com. If you're looking to get yellow fever or looking to get any kind of travel insurance, that's one option. 23, toiletries including tissue, soap, feminine napkins, wet wipe, facial tissue, washcloth, beach towel, laundry soap. Any accessories and things you feel like you need to bring, I would say just bring them along. 24, Ghanaians are very friendly. However, be wary of people who just want to make quick money off you and make promises they cannot keep. You should know as much as possible about the people you're planning to do business with. 25. Bring games for leisure time, social gathering, and tournaments, including deck of cards, dominoes, chess, general board games, etc. 26. Emergency things: flashlight, basic first aid kits, laxative, Pepto-Bismol, decongestant, anti-diarrhea, and any related emergency medicine or material you feel like you may need. No, these medicines are all not natural, so do your research for the safest things to bring and use. 29. Focus on enjoying yourself and accomplishing your mission. Do not get distracted by others or get caught up in complaining. This is an experience that will have its ups and downs as a part of your introduction to Ghana/Africa. We recommend you go with the flow and enjoy your time in paradise around the wonderful itinerary that we have put together on this journey for lifetime. All right, so let me open things up for questions before I finish the last few things. All right, anybody have any questions about any of the things I've talked about?
Yes, this is Brent again. I want to know specifically about this dungeon that we're going to and the white outfit for the dungeon. I'm just trying to determine in my mind, visualize this dungeon. I think a dungeon is like a cave type. I mean, I was thinking we were going to have not a dressy white outfit, but I had got together something that was kind of dressy. So I'm thinking I need something rugged looking, like pants at the top.
I can definitely explain to you. Now, some people are going to get more dressed up than other people, but at the end of the day, your clothes are going to be dirty and wet. But at the same time, too, that's fine. It's the appearance in the beginning makes a difference. So don't look, So if you want to get rugged and you're ready for war type revolution, it's absolutely fine. We'll cheer you on. We'll cheer you on. But it's a painful place. It's dirty. It's hot. It's you're gonna have all kind of things going through you. And if Amicus is there to do the full details as far as the ceremony, it's gonna get a little intense. But nevertheless, it's only one day. But it's a long one day, and then we cap it off with the naming ceremony. So just look good in the preparation to get dirty.
Okay.
Dirty and wet.
Well, I'm gonna rethink what I'm bringing for that white day. Then. Okay. All right.
Absolutely. And, anyone else have any questions?
Hey, Bhavani, if you would like, you can go to the website and look at some of the photos. Go to
yeah, I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you
right.
that on the website. That's my next question.
Go to YouTube and look at YouTube also at the Elmina or the dungeon, the experience there. You'll see. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, excellent. On top of my YouTube, to get all the updates on all the videos and everything, everyone just subscribe to the YouTube channel and go to keep you posted with all the updates on preparation, investments, repatriation, and so on. All right, let me close on the last few things. 28, remember to have your yellow fever card or waiver presented at the point of entry in Ghana and also in Benin. 29, when you get the baggage claim in Ghana, get your own free card and put only your bags on it. Make sure that you have your check bags receipt from when you check your bags. These numbers need to match the ones on your bag to show during your final airport exit. Do not let anyone else push your cart while proceeding to the bus. Note, we will meet at the Forex Bureau to exchange money across some baggage claim. But as of lately, that place has changed. So the Forex Bureau is downstairs. So don't worry about that. We're going to proceed to the bus and we're going to work out money exchange in the morning. Number 30, bring things to the Holocaust dungeons like candles to light in the different dungeons, a pitch of an ancestor, or anything that you want to bring to make that moment special. So these are the 30 departure reminder lists. Basically a summary of all the things that we've talked about the last several months. So those are all of the details, and a lot of questions that you may have is you can find an answer on that page. So let's open things up for final questions, and then we're going to close out, and then I'll be on standby if anybody have any questions or anything while I begin to close things out here and get things going for us to leave November 17th. All right. Anybody have any questions? Or I should say, Ron, anything else you want to share?
Just one item, just a heads up on the luggage. When you arrive at the airport, when on the departing on the exit outside the airport, you'll see this strange person, which would be me. I'm going to attach another bag tag number. It's going to be a number to your check-in luggage, which is going to be with you. Same number is going to be with you throughout your journey until you return back to the airport. It's only going to be good for the journey there in Ghana. And if you're not going to, whether you're going to Benin and Togo or not, it's going to be the same number. So just be aware if I'm tagging your bag with these numbers. You have the same numbers going to match your name, so we can control. It's just bag control, so we can move the bags quicker and verify. That's all.
Well, excellent, Ron. That is going to work perfect for when we go to One Africa Elmina. And unfortunately, One Africa only have 12 rooms. I've been able to get some of the rooms inside of the house. So that leaves us at splitting us in 3 different hotels, including Mabel's Table. We had a few people come on toward the end, and the other hotel was booked up with our last reservation. So we're going to put you at Mabel's Table. And all 3 hotels are right along the same street, and our bus will go and get everybody. But everything will be at One Africa as far as all the meals, the best meal that you ever have in West Africa or in your life. But they do it well, they do it right. So we're set for that. But me and Ron work the logistics. Unfortunately, One Africa just doesn't have enough space, and she's open for investors of those who want to double and the space and make build a few more chalets or another building full of rooms. So that's another investment for those who are open to invest in Africa. We're open, so looking to answer the last few questions before we close. I see a lot of people on the call. And
hi, Domani. It's Sharice from Georgia. How are you?
Go ahead, Sharice.
Regarding the nightlife, what will be acceptable to wear at night when we go out? I mean, do I need to be fully covered? Is a sundress okay? Can I just wear jeans? What do you think would be okay to bring to go out at night?
Yeah, be comfortable. Jennifer's not on the call, but when we went out in Ethiopia, Jennifer would just get dressed up, but yeah, just be comfortable, dressed up, and so as I mentioned, just bringing a lot of different type of clothes. But yeah, definitely.
This is not a high heel situation. This is a bring the flag.
Yeah, if you want to get heels, do your thing.
Okay.
But
it sounds like you're ready.
Bomani?
All right, a few people line open. Go ahead with your question.
Bomani, yes. Before Ron started talking about the tags, I was going to ask about tags, because when I've gone on group trips before, they would mail us a tag, which would be the name of our group. So am I understanding correctly that once we get to the airport in Amsterdam, Ron is going to give us tags?
No, Ron won't see you until you get to Accra. So what he's talking about is basically baggage when we're going to move from hotel to hotel. So we'll work on that when we get there and give you fully clarity of the system that we're going to finalize. Imacus, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
This is the perfect time to share with. All right, everyone, this is Imacus, owner of One Africa. Imacus is going to give us an introduction and then open up for questions about One Africa. Imacus, the floor is yours.
Well, listen, let me say this.
before we get cut off, because I know we work on a card system. I'd like everyone to bring a package of those tea candles. They come 50 to a pack, okay, because we're going to be doing a lot of ceremonies, and then after you leave, there'll be more ceremonies, and tea candles I can't get here in Ghana. So if I can get everybody to throw a package of 50 tea candles, and they're lightweight in their bags, I'd appreciate that.
And Sister Amicus, how you doing, Sister? Greetings.
Hey, how you doing? Did
I'm doing
Sharon
good.
And
I'm good.
Cole coming this way?
Oh,
Good.
yes. Hey, may I tag on to what you just said to our guest, Sister? You might guest listening. I buy those candles at the dollar store. You can bulk up on them. They're dirt cheap at the dollar store, so don't spend a whole bunch of money on them. So just go to any dollar store.
Right.
And, get the candles he's talking about. They come in small packs, big packs. You can always use them, so don't be afraid to bring them.
Right. I know someone had some questions about being dressed for the dungeons. Hello?
Yes, Amicus, they did. Go ahead and just explain it and share with them.
Yeah, I mean, you can just wear white, whether you want to be dressed up in white. I mean, don't wear a wedding garment, but any white is fine. Hello?
Yes, thank you, Amicus. You want to open up for questions about One Africa? I want to share with people what they're going to expect altogether.
I'm excited to meet you. My godmother was just there, Yeye Fini.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm excited to meet all of you. So, hey, Brother Ron, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sister. Thank you. How's the family there?
Pardon?
How's your family? How's the family there in Ghana?
Oh, everybody's fine. We're doing really well.
I can't wait to see you again, Sister.
We're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing you too.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of questions people had. One lady said something about mosquito spray for her clothing, which I really don't think is necessary. But like Bomani said, if that's what you feel like you need to do. Also, we have at One Africa pure citronella oil, which is something that I recommend that people also use for mosquitoes, and it's also good for your skin. And in terms of, there was another question raised on nightlife and wearing of high-heeled shoes. I would suggest that you make yourself as comfortable as possible, okay? I see women walking on stones in high-heeled shoes, but you should be as comfortable as possible.
Ashe.
And if anybody is interested, one of the things that, and sorry I wasn't able to get to you folks earlier, but if you have old jewelry, silver or gold, broken chains, worn earring, things like that, that can be melted down and made into other jewelry, you should bring them. Sharon and Hurricane Man had some beautiful jewelry made out of silver, having melted it down from a lot of old stuff that they had around. Someone else sent mail about having clothing made. If you want to send me via email a copy of what you want, and when you come this way, bring your material with you, or you bring it with you, as opposed to having me buy it for you, because you might not like what I get.
Hi, Bomani. This is Shanna. Hi, Emeka. That was me that actually sent you that
Hi.
email. Quick. Hi, how are you? Alafia.
How you doing, Sharon?
Good. So I will try to get something together. I wasn't sure if you were able to see the attachments of the idea of what I was talking about, but I'll prepare for something.
Okay. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Look forward to seeing you again.
Same here.
Yes, Amicus, share with everyone all the wonderful things that you can do at One Africa.
We also will provide, if you're interested, we have massage, reflexology, facials, mud baths, and some of the best food you'll eat while you're going to be in Ghana. All right. Castle Dungeons experience, I think you should just let it happen, okay? Nobody can tell you what it's going to be like for you personally. And as opposed to trying to anticipate, I say just let it happen. Whatever it is, just let it flow. I'll be there for you. Bomani and others who've been there will be there for you. It is a life-changing experience. That's most that I will tell you.
Perfect, Amika. So you want to just do Cape Coast, and then we did last time, a few people just went to Elmina optionally, and that way we can focus on the same in-depth ceremony that you provided. If you're flexible for it, I know it's a.
And yes, we'll have our ceremony at the beach after coming out of the castle dungeons.
Yeah, perfect. So family, it's a nice special itinerary we got for you. Because it seemed like we just left a few days ago. So perfect. So we'll be ready for Togo and Benin also. But would you like to share any details about citizenship for the record?
Yeah. I think what we'll do is I'll wait until you get here, only because the line is very distorted. I have a difficult time hearing. Can you hear me well?
I can hear loud and clear.
Oh, okay. You must just be me. Well, in terms of citizenship, right now, according to the law, you have to have lived in Ghana for 10 years before you can apply for citizenship. And that's something that we're working on, to have the law amended so that it should not take as long to get citizenship. For the 34 of us that got citizenship, it was a presidential decree, really, that got us that citizenship. And true, some folks had not been here that long. But as the president was exiting, this was the end of his term of office, he bestowed citizenship upon us, which was really a very historic event, because Ghana had not done that before. So we're trying to get citizenship for others who are living here in the country primarily from this new president. So we'll have to see. We're working on that right now. But anything is possible.
Yes, excellent. That will work. So that's what we're getting people prepared for the process.
Yeah, and we'll go into more detail when I see folks. I'll be available for any questions, concerns that you might have. And we're looking forward to seeing you. The places that you'll be staying are not far apart, and all of them are nice places. All of your meals and activities will be taking place at One Africa, in terms of your housing accommodations and feeding accommodations for the 3 days that you're going to be in my area at Cape Coast.
Absolutely, including all of the cards and the dominoes for all of the all those already.
Don't forget to bring your cards and your dominoes and all the rest of that stuff, because we really want to have a good time. And we're looking forward to seeing you at our school.
Absolutely, and I told everyone about the black dolls for all of the children in Ghana. So
yeah, we're still, all of the dolls here in Ghana, primarily 99% of the dolls that you see here in Ghana are white dolls. So through Bomani's previous trips, and this would be year number 11, we have given black dolls to our children who've never had black dolls before, or toys that relate to the experiences of African people, okay? So we certainly do appreciate the black dolls. If anyone has a laptop, computer, because we can use those at the school. We have a computer lab. Unfortunately, we don't have any computers. The last batch of computers that we got were old, outdated computers and could not be used. We had to eventually just throw them away. So if anyone can bring a laptop, we'd appreciate that.
Well, excellent, Amicus. Appreciate your energy. So, family, the line is open. If anyone have any last-minute questions, beyond that, we're going to close in a minute or two.
No, I think this is going to be a good group. Everybody knows everything that they're supposed to know.
Yes.
Nobody has any questions. I think
it's all on the
that's
website.
either really good or really bad. I don't know.
Well, the good thing about it's all on the website, so it's basically telling me that everybody read through all of the details and everything's clear. So we went through all of the same details in the last few conference calls. So perfect. So, that's our flow of preparation. That's why, when we get to One Africa, we'll be so organized.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Bomani, this is
comfortable.
Sorry, this is Shanna. I think on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thank you for continuing this opportunity and journey for all of us. I'm sure you may hear that, but again, thank you, and everyone else that's connected to you as well.
Well, appreciate that.
If I'm not mistaken, you have a birthday later this month?
Yeah, it's usually in Ghana, but I have to change the schedule.
Right. So happy early birthday then.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all gonna miss my birthday this year because y'all are coming later. Generally, y'all get here at my birthday time.
Yeah, we just have a late birthday extravaganza, but appreciate you, my sister. Thank you, and we're gonna keep it strong.
No problem. We're all gonna have fun.
Perfect, and me and Amicus will just have a belated birthday party when we get there, right, Amicus?
Oh, yeah, listen, ain't nothing but a party now.
We just had
I start my birthday on the 7th, and I continue until the 31st of December.
So,
but, sister, I want to agree with you in what you said about Omani's continuing this journey for so many, bringing them to Africa. And he's been consistent. It's not been easy. And there are times that I'm sure that he would throw up his hands, but he's kept his hands down and kept his heart in it. And all of us appreciate it, those that are coming and those of us that are here to receive you. And so I want to say ayako to my brother. And ayako means well done. You say ayako.
Ayako.
Appreciate you, Amicus.
And Bomani says, yeah, yeah.
Well, appreciate you, Amicus. We just have to just, be committed to these things. Too many times we're in and out and, straddling the fence. But it's a perfect opportunity, and just want to show people a nice entrance into the country and cap it off with the best at the end, One Africa. So. Thank you for staying in business also, and so we can have the nice final vibes before we head back to the mad city, Accra.
Yeah. Well, we're trying. Not easy all the time, but we're trying, We'll be here as long as we can. And don't forget your large denominations of money for your exchange.
Oh, yeah. So, family, do save lots of $150s for One Africa. So don't spend them all in Accra and Kumasi. Right, Amicus?
Yeah, but because your launch bills will get a greater rate of exchange. and we will accept dollars. Not dollars, not single dollar bills. Save them, keep them home in America.
Yeah, remember, get brand new spanking $50 and $100 bills. Like the bigger the face, the better.
Okay. There you go. And just remember, if you have any money that you're bringing and it has any writing on it, or it's torn, or it's dirty, they will not take it. They will not change it if it's mutilated. So make sure that it's newer money. The old money with the small, ugly presidents on them, they won't take those.
Sister Amicus, may I ask this?
Big faces. Hey, Guy Duran.
Yeah, Sister Amicus, I know
yes.
many of the West African countries, just like in Senegal and Nigeria, dealing with the U.S. greenback, the U.S. dollars. I know those $100 bills, the $100 bills, the new ones that we have with the blue streak in them.
Uh-huh.
They like that. I know this. I've been to a couple countries in West Africa. They don't want the old ones, like what you just told the group. They want the new bills. They want the new 50s and new 100s. And if you try to mix them, I've always had trouble. I always take the new ones. I go to the bank, and the people at the bank where I go to here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I will only take the new ones because, unfortunately, last year I got stuck with about $45 of old bills. And the only place that you can spend those old bills is in America.
Right. Right. They don't want those old bills.
So just make sure that they're current. They don't want the old bills, and they don't want something been written on them. They won't take them.
Yes, absolutely, family. That is it. So you already know this. Make sure you have the crisp bills, and you get you get the best exchange rate. So hopefully with that, everyone is prepared. We have gone through the full process of preparation, and I'll be on standby if anyone have any questions or want to talk about anything, and you can always just send in an email and get a quick reply. Right, Ron, anything else you want to say before we close?
I'll be talking to you soon, Sister Amicus, and I would like to thank all the guests who called in and who's there present tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Shanna, for all your input.
I'm glad I finally got through. I was beginning to panic up in here.
I just want to thank everybody. Okay. Thank you, Sister Amicus, for calling.
Yeah, and hit me up, Ron.
Absolutely, Amicus, Ron. Appreciate both of your energy and family. I will be connected with everyone on the next conference call, November 12th, and we will just do a quick overview of everything, and then everyone should have their.
When is the next conference call?
November 12th.
November 12th.
Yeah, basically 4 weeks from today.
Okay. So I'll be on at that time. I'll try again.
All right, perfect. Definitely.
Telephone communication.
But definitely appreciate your energy, and we'll just get everybody prepared. And we have 3 full days at One Africa, so we're gonna be ready for you.
Okay, we'll be waiting. See you again.
All right, cool. So family, everyone take care. Enjoy your night. I am closing the call.